The introduction of Noah Kagan's book, Million Dollar Weekend, lists 10 frequently made excuses used to narrate why we are not ready to start a business. He proposes to demolish these excuses and gives the chapters that will address each one. He emphasizes taking action and encourages us not to let another excuse become a wedge between now and just starting already. I identify my main excuse, that I don't have enough time. Yes, classic. Kagan writes that if it's a priority, we can make the time. I have read this insight before, and it has me thinking, perhaps starting a business is not my priority. Maybe taking care of my children, my health, and nurturing my relationships are my priorities. I can't imagine extra time between my job, grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning, getting the brood from here to there, adult time, exercise, and sleep. It's overwhelming just listing my obligations. I already don't watch TV or scroll social media. Hardly. So I ponder what my self-imposed obligations might be. For example, I'm on spring break. I planned a morning walk to draft this script. Usually I don't have time with my fiance because of our work schedules. I began to feel guilty and wondered if I should stay home with him instead. I chose to keep my promise to myself. He told me to have a nice walk and turned his attention back to his coffee and our son. He was not about to stop me from going. My guilt came from a self-imposed obligation, which I managed to override this time. How many of these do I have? What obligations can I release myself from? Is this how I can reclaim my time? In the Start Here section, Kagan references his 2013 course, How to Make $1,000 a Month Business, launched to tackle the conundrum, why is it so hard for so many people to start a business when the steps are so simple? He has, after all, started 8 million-dollar businesses and has distilled the process down to 3 steps. Through working with the course cohort, Kagan determined that their stagnation came from 2 fears, the fear of starting and the fear of asking. He states that we can combat these fears by approaching starting as small experiments repeated over time, and reframing rejection from asking as desirable. He encourages us to have fun as we try new things to help us overcome the fear. He chose the weekend time frame so we don't have the space to psych ourselves out. I feel Kagan's optimism jumping off the page, and I am motivated. With just a few words, I think he might be right. I am ready, and I can do this because, as he highlights, people start successful businesses every day. If you have seen a Noah Kagan interview, you know he is enthusiastic and radiates positivity. He is literally glowing. His glow may be attributed to the upcoming birth of his baby, his recent nuptials, and a published book. He is in a good place right now, for sure. The book is written in 3 parts, titled Start It, Build It, and Grow It. The introduction ends with a contract you are to sign and date. We must imagine what goals we want to achieve. Consider, why do it in the first place? This makes me think of the concept of enough. What is your personal enough? We don't all need to be billionaires to be happy. What do you need to be happy? At this point, we must take a moment to define this for ourselves. For me, it means having more time for the priorities I listed previously without sacrificing income. In fact, my job seems to take so much from me that it has a negative effect on my priorities. This is more than enough impetus for me to try something new. There is a QR code at the end of the intro for free links to the MDW journal, templates, scripts, and video tutorials. When I first opened up the challenge checklist from the resources, I became flooded with worries. I realized that making it through the book itself and the challenges may take more than a weekend and will involve hard work and scary tasks. Cue the excuses. No, that won't work anymore. The takeaway? Action is the only way forward, and no one is going to do it for me. So let's experiment. On to part 1 in the next video.